Tribe, back again with a message and reading. Welcome to my channel. I'm Divina. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, Divine Soul Tribers. I'm an intuitive energy reading empath. Energy's fluid, it flows. So he could be a she could be a he, it could be you, the person you're connected to, past person, future person, co-workers, friends, family members, acquaintances. Take it as it resonates. It could be a past event, it could be a current event, it could be a future event. Okay, so this is going to be a general collective reading and chat. So, not everything's going to fit. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly. That being said, Divine Soul Tribers, as promised, I'm back tonight to do a Karmaville check-in. What's cooking in Karmaville? I should have called it, but I'm sure I've called another video that before. So I thought I'd get my Deep, Dark and Dangerous deck out to get us going. Because those cards come up quite a lot, those same cards. So we're going to have a look and see what this deck's got to say. Might have to get a witchy deck out. Don't know if we're still in full moon energies now because we're coming out of that. But let's get and have a look and see what's cooking in Karmaville. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got Medusa, Injustice. Do you know what's funny? I was literally just on the phone to my son, right? And I was showing him this particular card. You can't make it up. Anyway, before I get started, I want to give a lovely big shout out to Misha. Thank you very much, my darling. It was an absolute pleasure to speak with you, and I look forward to many more conversations with you in the future, my dear. Right, so now let's get into it. I've just split this deck. Hi, Stephanie! I've just split this deck. Oh, I love it. You're here at the beginning. I should give you a little nudge before I come on, really. Medusa's at the bottom, Injustice, and Persephone, Journey, is at the split. So I'm taking those two because, look, this karmic energy feels that there's been some injustice done because you're getting all these blessings. They're watching you as well. They are. Acceptance. Hell. They need to accept that that's their destination and yours is going towards blessings because you're on your journey, but also your person's on their journey. Can't make this up. That's them. Yeah, I know. I do that if I catch somebody on their lives as well. I have to go back to the beginning because I don't want to miss out on what they're saying. So, yay, you come call me at the beginning. This is those karmic energies watching you, watching your person ascend, grow and evolve, right? Look at them. I don't know if you can see. Because of the lighting. Look at them. Look. Watching round the corner, hiding in the background. Because they're in the background trying to cause chaos. That's what they're doing. Silly little creatures. Because they're lonely. Acceptance. They need to accept. They're having trouble accepting the changes that are coming about. Because look, that's change there. Right? So, oh God, I'm getting this really ringing in my ears. Let's see if one card comes up. Let's just see. Depth. Shadow. See, the reason that these karmic energies are trying to cause chaos is because you're firmly on your journey, your person's on their journey, but they're facing their shadow side. They're going deep within. That's what I'm getting from that. You're catching all these blessings, your person's making changes. They feel, right, this is what the challenge is for them. Their challenge is to accept what is going on around them. But your person, the person that you're connected to, right, is facing their shadow side. And that's bothering them. Because they know it's just a matter of time before they up and leave. Before the Kool-Aid wears off. Oh dear. Right, Right, and that's Anubis, right? Respect. Mm? I kind of feel like, it's funny, I kind of feel like they can't help but have some level of respect for you because they don't know how you've done it. And all day long I've been hearing that Joe song, I'm in love. I did pull it up on the laptop, so this is how this person feels about you, and they're your person, right? And this karmic energy, or karmic energies, plural, they literally, what I'm picking up is they know it's just a matter of time before your person ups and leaves, right? Because they can see them, here we go with the nose, they can see them growing, they can see them changing. And look, this your person's changing, right? 5:55's on the clock, big changes are coming through. They're taming the beast within, right? And they can't stand it. So they're out here trying to cause chaos and conflict because they feel like they've been duped is the word that I'm hearing. But I don't know. This is what gets me. They've been out here doing spell work, trying to get this person under a spell, keep them confused, keep them bound, keep them distracted, keep them in an energy of chaos, conflict, overwhelmed, stress, anxiety, fear, right? To keep them at a low vibrational frequency. But it's all been an illusion, right? It wasn't true love over there, we know this. So why are they shocked? You know that person never really wanted to be with you. They want me, they chose me. How can, this is one of my questions, right? How can these karmic energies actually say that when they've been out here casting spells, even if at the very bottom end of the scale it's just been manipulation? Or they picked me. No, you tricked them, you manipulated them, or you blackmailed them. Because that was something that came up yesterday. We was talking about, say, like the karmic energy is their mother. So there's a lot of feminine energy out here, actually. So I'm groups of witches, basically. So it could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be women, it's feminine energy, right? But how can, you know, you're casting spells or manipulating or blackmailing, oh, if you go over there to that person, then you're not getting your inheritance. Up the sphincter. It beggars belief, because one of the biggest things that's been coming out, right? Look, spell. You just watch me split the deck. It's not even the right way around. Look, spell. Because they're trying to manifest Wiccan Reed ethos. They're trying to follow some form of rule. Pentacle. There. Money. So either your person's involved with somebody and feels stuck because it's financially more, makes more financial sense for them to stay there, but that's what they tell themselves. Oh, well, we just share the same house because it's cheaper than da-da-da. Is that right? I don't, or the mother or the father or whatever it is, oh, you got to stay there, otherwise we're going to cut you off. Some people it's about keeping up appearances. Boundaries. Your person's starting to set boundaries. Maybe they figured out about this spell work, something's coming undone is what I'm hearing. Remembrance, ancestors, because your ancestors, their ancestors are on the case. They're like, this ain't right. It's time now. It's time for you to get out of this situation. You've learnt your lessons. It's time for you to keep it moving forward. Homecoming. Fulfillment. See, look, chalice. That's like the Ace of Cups, right? That chalice at the bottom, intention, wand. See, spell casting again. I don't want to keep going with that. Half, homecoming and chalice, right? Fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, right? Because that's like the Ace of Cups, right? Homecoming. Your person wants to come home to you. The person that your God ordained spouse wants to come home to you because they've got this overwhelming cup of love, overloaded cup of love, right? Overflowing, sorry. Broomstick, clearance. It's time to clear out your energy because it's time for a rebirth. We talked about this the other day, right? I feel like I need to get a couple of more other cards out. I'm not sure what deck to use. I'm going to say... No. I'm going to get my Gods of Egypt deck out. See what they're saying there. At the bottom, shoe. Order and peace needs to be restored. Wholeness. It says thought. Some of their names. Righteousness. I haven't used this deck for a while, you know. Osiris. Death and rebirth. Keeps coming up. Because it looks, Scorpio season's literally just around the corner, right? So there's a lot of changes. Things are being balanced out so that you can make your transitional, you can make that transition from this level up to the next one. Wholeness, that you watch that just jump out. This person's trying to become whole. Look, Anuket, hope. This person here feels fragmented because of all the different, they've had to wear different hats, right? And they don't feel whole because they've been programmed, I'm going to say, to be codependent because of what these karmic energies have been doing in the background. Casting spells, trying to keep them stuck, trying to keep them confused, trying to hold them and bind them to situations that they're no longer in alignment with, right? Because they want them for whatever reason. I mean, I've got this deck out for the clarifiers. Look, can't make it up. I've just picked it up. I just picked it up to show you that the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of that deck, and the Queen of Pentacles is there, which could be a mother figure, and the Four of Wands. So this is a home-related situation with homecoming. They want to come home to you. They want to come and give this overflowing cup of love to you because that's how they feel about you. But these karmic energies out here, they feel like all the effort, all the work, all the dedication that they have put into this situation, they feel like them moving forward or waking up and smelling the coffee, so to speak, it's an injustice. So they're out to cause chaos. They don't want your person facing their shadow side, taming their beast, making a change. So they're out here casting spells. While your person's starting to set boundaries because they're remembering who they are. Because your ancestors are on it. Their ancestors are on it. Looking after them, guiding them. So they're helping them clear out this toxic negative energy. They're helping them see more clearly, right? And this karmic energy here is finding it challenging to accept what comes next. It's like I was just talking to my son because I was discussing, like, you know, Hydra, and that is going. I'm gonna do it because it is still relevant to do with the snakes. Because I was talking to him about the Midgard serpent. And we was talking about Ragnarok, and he said, like, you know, every time somebody tried to prevent Ragnarok from happening, they inevitably did something to make it come to fruition, make it become manifest, because Ragnarok is inevitable. So think about this. The divine unions are inevitable. You're supposed to be in union with that particular person, and it's inevitable that you're going to come together. So every time these karmic energies do or say something to try to keep you apart, in a roundabout way, it's orchestrating a series of events that will lead you together in the end anyway. I said to my son, I'll have to get him on and we can talk about the whole concept of Ragnarok. Truth and fairness. Ma'at. She's about truth and fairness. Wholeness. That's how you make your person feel. You make your person feel whole and complete. But with these creatures out here in the background and all the stuff that they're doing to cause confusion, they don't feel complete. They don't feel whole. They feel fragmented. That is a card that's in, I think, my Dark Mirror deck. Fragmented. But with you, they feel whole. They feel complete. They feel like you complete them. And you're their home. Homecoming. Fulfillment. You fulfill them on every level. Round and round I go. Out of control, I'm in love. Alchemical force. When you two finally come together, you'll be an alchemical force because you'll be able to transmute things. You will enhance each other's gifts, and you will more than likely unlock gifts within each other. I'm telling you, you'll be a powerhouse. That's why this lot out here are going out of their way to cast spells to prevent your person from seeing clearly. Tourette, Genesis, they're preventing the two of you from starting your journey together, right? Although you're on your journey, but there is now the next stage of the journey is together, right? And they want your person to continue. Well, they're not, they're ordinary because they're not. Alchemical force is still there. They're ordinary compared to you and your light and your divinity, your person and their light. Wisdom. That came out in the reverse. You're wise. You're unlocking your wisdoms. That come out in the reverse. So they're not being very smart out there. They're not. They, look, resentment. Can't make it up. Because your person's healing. This is the thing, right? They felt that, I told you this before, they feel like they're entitled to be in your person's life in the position that they've got right now. Entitled. And they're not. Look, the Empress is at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. Cold, cutting, feminine energy. Look at me, catching myself before I say naughty words. That's what this, it's a lot of feminine energy out here. A lot of feminine energy. And that come up the other day, a distorted feminine energy doing black magic. Casting spells. Because your person, they're like, I told you what they're trying to do. They're trying to modify some of the spells that they've been doing, like the confusion spells, the binding spells, because your person started to set boundaries or catching them off guard. Because they've got patterns, they've got, you know, patterns. They've got patterns that they follow, right? Your person is coming out of this energy of being in a stalemate, of being at a crossroads, not knowing what direction to go in. And they're like, this isn't right. Because anytime, this is the thing, they do nothing but think about you. So they can do all that they like to keep this person physically there, but mentally and emotionally and spiritually, they're not there, right? So, because you're the one that brings fulfillment to them. You're the one that feels like home to them. And every time they think about you, that's all they think about. Look, Ace of Pentacles. That's what they want with you, stability. They don't feel stable where they are. They're trying to tame the beast within, right? so that they can come and be with you. They're changing themselves. They no longer want to reside in this energy. I said to you, what did I say? They feel whole with you. With these creatures out here, they feel fragmented because of all the things that they've been doing to keep them confused, to keep them stuck, to keep them bound, to keep them away from the truth. These creatures out here, because they're out there doing divination, whether it's them or they're going to other people and getting it done. They know what the truth is. They know that you're supposed to be together, and they're trying to prevent the two of you from starting your journey together as a couple, in union. That's what they're trying to prevent. Because once that starts, it's like you know, like I was saying to my son when we was talking about Ragnarok. Once it started, it's done. It's a done deal anyway. There's healing is taking place, and justice is coming on in, and they feel like losing, because they know they're losing this person to you. Although, how can you really say that you're losing someone when they're going to who they're supposed to be with? It doesn't make sense, does it? I've lost him. So sorry. I can hear it. Out there trying to get sympathy from people that don't know the truth. That they've been out there casting spells, skipping around under moon cycles in the woods, doing all God knows what. Trying to keep that person bound, trying to prevent them from going on their journey, because they're in the background watching them, right, when they don't realise that they're being watched. You're being watched as well, don't get it twisted. But they're like, that's them spying on you, and them spying on your person as well. But they're watching you to see if your person's come anywhere near you, because they can see your person facing their shadow side and reflecting on it and trying to bring it out, making the changes. And they're having trouble accepting that because they know what comes next. And they can see that your person's a lot more focused now and ready to take action and move forward towards a different destination from what they keep trying to set out for them. They keep trying to divert them. It's no different to flipping roadworks. Right? Diversion. Do you know, I went somewhere the other day, right? One of my regular jobs. And it's down a long lane anyway, right? You know, countryways, rural areas. And I learned a long time ago, very long time ago, look, I'll get back to the story in a minute, but look, the King of Wands is on his way to go and collect his 2 cups. Spiritual union with their divine counterpart. Anyway, because they're freeing themselves, they're no longer trapped. And it said, road ahead closed. And anybody that knows, like, you know, you've got to take your chances, because you don't know how far down they've closed the road, right, or where the closure starts. So I was like, well, I'm going down here anyway, I'm going to see if I can get in there, because it's not all the way down, and it's a long lane, right? So, like, so I'm sure it's like about 2 miles long, right? Anyway. So luckily, the place that I was going to, it was still accessible from there. But then on the way back, right, when I was coming back from there, I actually saw the signs for the diversion, and they were like about 5-10 minutes drive away from where I was. Now that's, but bearing in mind where I go is like maybe about a couple of minutes down a road that's a lane that's like about 2 miles long at least. So if I'd have taken the diversion, that would have put another like 15-20 minutes onto my day, right, minimum. And that would have been just to get to where I needed to be, because of where it was in terms of like the other side of the other end of the road. But here's the thing, the Diversion will cause a delay, but you'll still reach your destination. You'll still get there. And that's all they've been out here doing, is causing delays, with their little magic wands. But your person wants a brand new passionate beginning with you, and they're just waiting for the right opportunity to come towards you. They're watching you. These creatures are watching you, trying to stop this person that's now starting to take their power back and grow spiritually, emotionally, and see things more clearly and mentally, because they just want to cause chaos. So they're causing distractions, telling lies, a lot of lies. And they're trying to make, this is what I'm hearing, sorry, it just sort of come in. They're trying to make your person look like they're having problems, mental problems. They want other people to see your person as though they're not well, they're unhinged. They're doing the whole bait and switch, right? This isn't very smart. So your person feels fragmented around them. They feel whole around you. They're seeing your person coming together because they can see them making sense of what's going on around them. And let's face it, Divine Soul Tribers, someone said to you, I think they're doing spell work on me. I think they're putting something in my food. You'll be like, don't be ridiculous. That's just stuff you see on the telly. Where do you think they get their ideas from? I don't know why I have to keep telling you guys this. So they're already putting out, oh, they're acting strange, but it's wearing off. They're making sense of what's going on around them. And if they know about you, they'll switch it round on you. They haven't been right. What's this? Why is that upside down? They haven't been right since they met that person. That person caused a lot of problems. Look, that was in the reverse. I don't even read reversals. A King of Swords in the reverse is a narcissist. Look, there's that flipping Five of Wands. I keep telling you about that feminine energy with two damn sticks doubling down. There's your narcissist. The cat. That's your person, right? But they're releasing their narcissistic behavioural tendencies, right? So they're trying to string them up. Hang them out to dry is what I'm hearing. Hang them out to dry. Is that a thing? Right? Publicly. They want to publicly humiliate them. They see, look, that's out there for people to see. So that's a feminine energy. And this one out here, she's got people with her. Right? Because the thing is, yes, your person did display narcissistic behavioural tendencies, but narcissists are made. Let's not forget those mother issues, right? But this person's trying to turn their life around. They're trying to gather themselves, right? Because they're seeing the truth of things, and they think and they know it's not fair what's been going on. So they've been trying to set boundaries. So these creatures out here are trying to switch everything around. This is what I'm picking up, right? And they're trying to beat this person publicly, right? Is what I'm getting. That's what they're trying to do. But see, look, there's a stick down there. Every time I see this card, it's not very often I use this deck, actually, to be fair. Someone's left the party. There was another person there, and they're like, yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with this, right? But these three creatures out here are trying to publicly hang your person. for crimes they didn't commit. Yes, they might have been narcissistic in the past, but look, these 3 people beating that person down. That's the chaos. The 5 of Wands is about chaos and conflict, because they feel like they're in competition with you and they feel like they're losing. But from the time you start doing spell work on somebody, you've already lost. Because if it's not genuine, if it's not natural, if it's not organic, it's going to all come undone. Because this person's ascending. They've walked away from all the things, people, places and things that left them empty and depleted, and they're going up. They're ascending. They're relinquishing their narcissistic ways to try and come away from these people. Because this is them beating them down mentally, emotionally, spiritually, right? Publicly, but possibly financially. Causing chaos in all different areas of their life, right? And this person's like, it's not worth it. I don't need this. I'm making those changes. They're trying to tame their inner beast and set boundaries with these creatures because they've been enlightened. Look, so what did I just say? Set boundaries. That's the 7 of Wands. They're tired, right, of constantly having to defend themselves. Because at this point in time, they can't do right for doing wrong, because they're the perpetrator, don't forget. These creatures in the background, they're the victims. They did this to me, they did that to me. They're watching you to see how they can put you in on the blame bus. They are. They know it's just a matter of time. But this person is not going to give up. They've overcome any challenge that they've faced. Yes, they're tired. They've had enough. But I suppose when you wake up and see what's going on and you smell the coffee, it is a bit tiring and exhausting. Because the thing is, instead of engaging with these creatures, they'll just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because that's how they catch you. If you start arguing with them. I don't. Sometimes I get caught off guard and I start getting into it, and then I'm like, what? I'm not justifying anything. I'm not defending myself. I'm just going to take my leave from this situation. If that's your opinion, you're entitled to it. I wish you all the best. Your person's working hard to get away from them. They're working equally as hard to keep your person bound to them. They are. Because it's distraction, isn't it? You need peace and quiet. You need some time to yourself to reflect on things, to face your shadow side, to do the deep dive, the shadow work. 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take. 9 of Swords, they're up at night, working with others, trying to keep your person juggling. Look, 10 of Swords, stabbing them in the back every chance they get. I've told you that. Listen, we're talking about gossiping, we're talking about all out besmirching their good name, telling lies on them, causing situations that make the person look bad. Look, that's the 9 to the 10 of Swords. Look, your person's up at night like, how am I going to get out of this situation? How do I rectify this? How do I get to the Divine Soul Tribers? How did I get in this? I mean, obviously, if it's their mother, then that's a bit difficult because they were born into it. But, you know, they, to a certain degree, they chose that situation. They got stuck there, yes, but they still chose it in the first instance, thinking that they could dip in and out. That was half the trouble. But look, this person's firmly pinned down with all those knives in their back, because that's what these creatures out here have been doing with these spells. Their intention was to keep your person stuck, juggling, unstable. And they are ready for chaos. They're already causing it. Because it's like I can't think of a film or something, but it's like, you know, premeditated murder or anything like that, right? People, like, what the film, okay, I can think of a film. Gone Girl. Look, the Seven of Pentacles. Your person's investing in themselves by facing their shadow side. So that they can become the emperor. They're bossing up. Gone Girl, right? So, in that film, if I remember correctly, the woman goes missing. Oh, that's a perfect example of a karmic energy, I can tell you. This man's wife goes missing, right? Don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, Cliff Notes version. The man's wife goes missing, so they put out a police search, all this sort of stuff. And the police want to investigate, obviously, checking out her journal. She keeps journals, right? Diaries. And they go and read it. They go and read these diaries, and we're talking, I think she took it back at least 18 months, maybe 2 years. She started setting it up from back then, how her husband was abusing her. He used to mentally, emotionally, financially, physically as well, I do believe, I think she put in there. So it made it kind of look like he might have done something to her, right? So she was plotting her own escape, so, you know, but her disappearance. Turns out she ends up with this next man, and she ended up having to kill him because he kept her prisoner or something, I think, if I remember correctly. I have to watch it again. But she then comes back to the husband, saying that she'd escaped the clutches of a kidnapper, this, that and the third, and she forgives her husband and all the rest of it. But there was some secret between the two of them, and she gets him to keep his mouth shut about what she did, so that they could get on and live happily ever after, right? That's what I'm saying. This look, the Queen of Wands, and how I'm seeing that this one's out here in this witch-like energy, yeah? So these karmic energies are already setting your person up to look bad. So when your person leaves, it's going to make your person look bad to the other people in their environment. Because they're out here putting out spells of confusion. They're filling up people's minds with things that aren't real. Because they're worried that their happy home life is going to come crumbling down. Well, it is. Because the person can't stay there anymore. Judgment's been called on that situation. It's time this person returns back to you. They're coming towards you with a cup of love. They are. Because they're making the necessary changes. They're starving this beast out. They're not going to keep feeding it because they want to come home to you. You're their fulfillment. You're their wishes fulfilled. You make them feel whole. They want to start afresh. They want a clean slate with you. New beginnings, liberation. They're liberating themselves from this situation. They're on their journey. They've taken the necessary steps and they've got onto that path. They followed the yellow brick road towards you, who's their blessing. And these karmic creatures can see you already collecting your blessings because they're busy watching you. They are. Got nothing better to do with their time. They need to watch themselves, because it's not just your person's ancestors that are out there protecting and guiding. Yours are as well. Spiritual CCTV. Everywhere. So you might start hearing rumours about your person. Don't believe them. Don't. Because that's these karmic energies. And here's the thing. It could be a romantic interest. It could be family members. It could be friends. But what they're doing is they're laying the groundwork. They're laying the groundwork. Like that wife did in Gone Girl. She laid out the groundwork. What else was it I watched that something of the like in that? I watched something else. It might just have been Gone Girl, but I watched something else, and this woman literally made her husband out to be a complete and utter creature, like demonic asshole, evil, yeah. And he wasn't. She just made it seem that way, right? So that when she disappeared, everybody was thinking that he did it, that he did something. Wasn't that something like that in, see, like even in You, they would, look, karmic relationship and sunglasses. Can't make it up. Your person's dealing with this karmic relationship, and all the while they're watching you. But they're watching you as well, because they're narcissistic, and they're watching you step into your abundance, being positive, being happy, collecting your blessings, being grateful for the life and the experiences that you've had. Don't they feel stabbed? I keep telling you this. They feel stabbed in the back. So they're out there, they're laying the groundwork. I can't remember what the situation was. But anyway, it's, yeah. So the person, they were making it out, their partner or whoever it was a total tyrant, this, that and the third. Just so that when they did their disappearing act, everybody would be distracted enough to look at them like they did this, that and the other, so they could make their clean getaway, and all the time they were the one that was out there doing the worst, doing the most. Because they know it's just a matter of time before your person calls you or contacts you. And it is just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, because this is what your person wants. They want to talk to you about commitment, a higher level of commitment, union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love. Because they can't stop thinking about being with you. They can't stop thinking about how fulfilled they feel when they're with you, how at home they feel with you, how whole they feel with you. When they're with you, they don't wear a mask. It's when they're away from you, they act like, oh yeah, no, I just done that. No. They wear a mask when they're out partying with other people. That's just an aspect of themselves, a persona that they put on to please others. Told you this. I keep telling you this, and I keep telling you this. And these karmic energies here, they know about your connection. And they're the girl with the snake. What did I keep telling you? They're trying to distract your person. Friends, family members, co-workers, acquaintances, romantic interests are trying to distract your person. Don't look over there, look over here. No, you don't want to go over there. They're changing, they're finding things out. Things are coming to light. What did I say to you at the beginning? 4404, divinely protected. Ancestors are on it. Told you that last night. Things are coming to light. They're noticing things. They're putting things together. They're putting the pieces together. They're like, oh, that makes sense why I was thinking like this, and that makes sense why I was behaving like that. Da-da-da-da-da. The karmic. See, for some of you, right, whether it's friends, family members, co-workers, ex-lovers, whatever, right? Wives, husbands, whatever. For some of you, your person's already taken their leave from that situation. And this karmic energy is like, oh, but can't we just try again? 44. They're like, no. Done at it. That's a wrap. They've taken their leave from the situation. But this karmic energy is determined to get your person back They don't want to believe it. They're avoiding it. They're not dealing with it, right? So they're out there, but they knew it was coming. So they would have already been out there chucking your person under the bus, trying to make them look bad. I'm telling you, some of you might even get phone calls from that person. I've told you about this before. Phone call, text message, direct message, whatever it is. Look, separation. Because they're in love. Keep hearing that song since the other day. Joe. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to get that. Look, they're trying to distract your person. Alright, let's have a look at the lyrics of that song. This is how this person feels. I'm in love. Round and round I go. Out of control. I'm in love. Come on, come on, come on. Right. I'm in love. Round and round I go. Out of control. I'm in love. Right. Now, from the very start, you knew you had my heart. It was plain to see, good God Almighty, the way you work that body. And it was something to remember. And I dance all in December. So, December could be significant for you guys, for this union wave. Imagine you and me, a gentle summer breeze. What a lovely affair. Champagne and candlelights, romance and moonlights. Girl, I'm no beginner, so I hope you're no pretender. This person's trying to tell you they ain't playing. They seasoned, is what they're trying to say, right? But they're in love. I can't deny it. Girl, you turn me on, make me lose my self-control. When you hold me close, I'm in love. Girl, I must admit it, I'm so addicted to your love. I'm telling you this. What I like, girl, you've got it. What I need, you give it to me. What I want is your sweet, loving baby. And then it goes back to the chorus. Let me see. The album's called Everything, and it was released in 1993. Let me see who wrote it. July the 13th, so that date might be significant. That's when it was released. Let's see who wrote it. It's a different site. Normally it just comes up down the side on the browser. Let's have a quick look. No. No. Well, so somebody might be called Joe, doesn't necessarily have to be, but that song's been stuck in my head all day. Yesterday, Friday I think it was, whatever day it was. It's been stuck in my head. So, oh, I tell you what, the other one, Because of You, by Neo, I think it was. I'm telling you, this person, their main priority at this point is getting out of that karmic situation, if they haven't already done it, and growing, evolving, so they can be a better person for you. Because you're what they want, you're what they need. They know who you are. I told you before, they went searching soulmates, and that's what they found. That's what happened to me. I remember when I met my catalyst, I was like, oh, this has got to be my soulmate. I was like, because the connection was so intense. It was ridiculous, right? And I went searching, and could this be your twin flame? And I said, what's that then? And there were so many different things. I've told you this before, I'm not going to go into it again. But that's what's happened to this person. They went searching soulmates because they can't get you off their mind. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop wanting you. And then first of all, they thought it was a crush. Then they thought it was just lust. Oh, I just fancied them, you know. Whatever it was. But they know it's true love. They know. Look, confusion. Again, they're not confused anymore, though. But here's the thing. This is the thing with that karmic situation, right? If it is a romantic thing, they've never been in love with that person. They might have liked that person. They might have been fond of that person or cared about that person, but they was never in love. No. No. Separation. It's just a matter of time. Because you're on one of those ships that they've been manifesting. You are. You know that. Look, the High Priestess and Temperance. Again, that's ruled by Sagittarius. So something something about December. Something about December. So between now and December, something is going to be happening significant in your connection. Right? And that's, so some of you might be fire signs, some of you might be water signs. Doesn't necessarily have to be. Doesn't, you know, I don't really go with the signs, as well, you know. But this card is ruled by Sagittarius, and the only reason I'm saying it's bringing it up is because we've had December. So, and I have said something about Sagittarius season before. Look, confusion. Also, as well, this card could be about procrastinating, about making a choice. They're not procrastinating anymore. They're taking action. I told you this. Look, because they choose you. They're not stuck between you and their karmic situation anymore. They know what they want. I told you this the other day. They know who you are. They know how they feel. They don't think. They know. They know it's not just a crush. They know it's just not lust. They know it's true love. They know that. And they're healing. But this karmic energy is trying to prevent that from happening. They're trying to prevent them from taking the time out to gather themselves, to gather their thoughts, to gather their strength and courage. So even if your person has actually taken their leave from the connection, well, from the karmic situation, from that karmic relationship, they're trying to unsettle your person. They're trying to take their confidence away from them. They're trying to unbalance them. Said this earlier, right? Because they're just spiteful. They're trying to prevent your person from coming towards you with an apology. But here's the thing. This has been my spiritual infant card all year. So your person's growing and evolving, and they're getting to that point of no return. Once they get to that point, there will be no going back. There will be just none whatsoever. Your person wants to come to you and apologise, but they're trying to emotionally stabilise themselves before they do, because they're emotionally immature. They've always been quite guarded emotionally in the past, right? Again, with the chaos and conflict. So it's taken them a lot of courage to walk their destined path, to take the necessary steps to get away from these people and heal. More star energy, emotional manipulation. But just be mindful, don't listen to anything that you hear, because there will be rumours. This is what I'm hearing, because it comes back to that blackmail. That sort of stuff is what I'm picking up. So they already threatened your person. Well, if you do this, then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tell about this, and I'm going to tell about that. But whatever it is, it's going to be their spin on it, right? So their bluff's being called is what I'm hearing. But again, like I said, look, you're part of their destined path. 10 of Pentacles. That's how we started. Because they're moving away. After calling judgment on a situation. They're travelling away from these creatures. Because they want that stability with you. They don't care about the money anymore. They don't care about inheritance. They don't care about their reputation. Not really. Because they're letting go of their pride and ego. Because they've chosen their path, which leads them right towards you. Someone that they want to celebrate with. So they've had to cut a lot of things out. They have. So that they can have victory. They don't want to be in this energy of sorrow and depression and remorse and regret and guilt and shame anymore. They've had enough. They have. I have got another witchy deck, but I'll have to use that a different day. Look, strength. It's taken every little bit of strength they've had to get away from these people or make the plans to remove themselves from these energies. Because they're bossing up. They are bossing up. They know who they are to you. They know. They know that they're supposed to be a divine masculine. It doesn't matter whether it's a man or a woman, it's just energy. They know they're supposed to take action, take the necessary steps to go and claim their Empress, the Six of Swords. Yeah, again, travelling away, moving away from people, places and things that have been holding them back. And look at this person, it's like they're trying to help other people escape as well. So quite possibly telling other people the truth and other people get out of the 55-55. Massive changes are coming. They might have had other people under their spell as well. Temperance, again with temperance. It's all a matter of time. Page of Pentacles, learning things so they can move forward. The Knight of Pentacles, it's been a slow moving process, but they're going to reach their destination. It's just been a few diversions, that's all, Divine Soul Tribers. Just a few diversions. Going in. Six of Cups, because they're coming back to you. You are everything they dreamed about when they was younger. You're everything that they've never realised that they even wanted. Because once they got to that stage where they're like, oh no, I'm just going to be emotionally guarded. I'm going to be emotionally unavailable. Oh, I don't want it. I'm not interested in that. They want the comfort. They want to be with someone because they've got codependency issues. They don't like the thought of being alone. But they won't allow themselves to fall in love because that means they're vulnerable. That makes them weak. But they couldn't help it with you. Like I said, you come along with your toffee hammer, Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Crack. Look. And they're trying to manifest you back into their life because they can't stop thinking about how alluring you are. They're enamoured, mesmerised by your beauty, your power, your strength, your courage and confidence. They've put it out into the universe and they know it's only a matter of time before you're on one of them boats and you come back towards them. Look, and this one's pregnant. So for some of you, you're supposed to be having children with your counterpart. Not all of you. Some of you might be birthing a new business or coming up with something that, you know, you can leave behind, a legacy, some form of joint venture, whether it's a child or a business, something of the like, but something permanent. Right? The Tower. Yeah, I'm sure it is. The Tower has come to clear the path so this Knight of Pentacles can keep moving forward, because look, he just wants to offer you his love, but he wants to give you a stable offer. It might have taken his time getting there, but he's coming. Or she, doesn't matter, take it as it resonates. The Hermit in the reverse, they're coming out of hermit mode. So they've stayed away from you for as long as they possibly can, and they want to come back now, right? The Five of Swords. Look, these creatures cooking something up in the cauldron, out in the back. Chaos, conflict. They think they're in competition. You can't compete where you don't compare. A karmic distorted feminine is not going to compare with a divine feminine. They're not. That's not to say that you're perfect. Nobody's perfect. You've been there. You've been there, done it, got the t-shirt. But you learnt from your lessons. And that's why you're now the divine feminine. Because you know better. Look at these creatures. And look, one of them is like, I can't do this anymore. You're taking it too far. This is like, I don't care. We're going to get them at all costs. Even this one here looks alarmed. I don't know if you can see. But even this one here, she looks alarmed. This one's in despair. This one's alarmed. And this one's like, I'm going for it. Look at her. She's actually enjoying it. Look, the creature. Oh, yeah. The ringleader. But your person's enlightened now. enlightened that they got caught up with the Jezebel spirit, because that, you literally can't make it up. The Queen of Wands kept being at the bottom of the deck, right? And she can be the Jezebel spirit, right? They made a bad investment into the damn devil. The money and all things nice and sweet. Most things nice and sweet are full of poison. Appealing to their sexual nature. I'm not going to get into it. But this person only has love for you. And they want to come in and be in this king energy. The King of Pentacles energy, so that they can evolve into the Emperor. But you're an Empress. You're already in your divinity. So you're not going to accept anything less than a king. Are you? No. But these karmic energies out here are trying their damned hardest to keep this person away from you. And if they can't physically keep this person away from you, they want to change your perception of this person. So like I said, they've been laying out the groundwork, because they knew that this was coming. They knew it was a possibility. See, if they was going to somebody, look, because you're part of their destined path, right? If they was going to a reader, a diviner, a spiritualist, or anybody that could tell them, you know, what's happening, right? If that any diviner worth their salt would have been able to see that this person was in love with you, was making their way back towards you. So they would say, you know, well, not necessarily say, but it would have been a case of, well, there's a very strong possibility that these two could reconnect, because it does look like they do have some unfinished business with each other. So even if, and even if the person knew that they was up to no good, like with spell work and stuff, they could have even turned around and said to them, look, you know, because it might be somebody from their side of the fence, if that spell wears off, or if they're left without the like the Kool-Aid, or you're not, you know, keep topping up this spell work, the manipulation, if that starts to wear off, they're definitely, there's a very big chance that they're going to go back towards that person. And if it goes past a certain point, then there's no bringing them back. So what they've had to do is they've extended the spell work, and they're there chucking out, like, you know, lies, manipulation, you know, besmirching this person's name. Honestly, all of it. Anything they can possibly think of to keep you and your counterpart apart. But it's inevitable. You're supposed to be together. If this person still has that desire to come towards you and give you real, true, divine, unconditional love, then there's nothing that's going to stop them. Not really. Delays, yes. Stopping, no, it's not going to happen. And it's funny, you know, because I was going to say, oh look, the Empress didn't come out, but she did eventually, because you guys have been minding your own business. You weren't involved in none of this. That's them dragging you into this, but that's because they know that that's this masculine's intention to come towards you. It's just a matter of time. So between now and December, some significant changes are going to happen. They are. Look, even in this one there is pregnant. That's Mother Maiden Crone energy. So this one is pregnant. Some of you guys are going to be having some babies. You're supposed to be having babies. I'm going to wrap this up because it's gone on a little bit longer than I expected to. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker than that. But, you know, this your person, right, is starting to see the light. They're starting to be enlightened. They're taking their power back. They're trying to pull away from this person, these karmic energies, because they want to come and explore this connection with you. But this karmic energy, it's not listening. It's like, no. They're not paying attention. They're refusing to believe what's going on right in front of them. I can stop this. I can get them to come back to me. I can prevent them from waking up. I can stop them from ascending. I'll just keep them in this low vibrational energy. It's like if they know your person does drugs, they go out and buy drugs. if they know your person's into unconventional sexual practices, they will start doing that. Like I told you before, if they're into thruples, they're going out of their way to go and get a third party. Oh, let's pick one together. Sharing your person. Are you feeling alright? That's what they want. Disrespectful. Why would you want to share your sexual energy with somebody that's not your partner? Disgusting. Anyway. I mean, do your thing. No judgment. But, you know, that's not how divine feminines or masculines behave, for that matter. But this is what I'm saying. This person's got little to no boundaries. They do whatever they think it is, or get your person to look in their direction. Pick me, pick me. But your person's fed up with constantly having to defend themselves all the time. They're trying to turn their life around. They don't want to be narcissistic anymore. They want to be an emperor, a divine masculine. They're making changes because things are coming to the light. And I told you, they've been investigating your connection. That's why they're trying to ground themselves. That's why these karmic energies are out here doing spells, because they know fine well that your person is on their way home to you. On their way home to you. Because their ancestors and your ancestors have been guiding them. They've been setting boundaries. They've changed their certain patterns of behaviour. And this is what set this lot off here. But they were already laying out that groundwork. So you might have heard things about your person. Oh, where'd you hear that? And these karmic energies are quite convincing liars, actually. They've been doing it for a long time. They've had a lot of practice. I have. So, let's just get a nice little message. Ooh. Let's have a little, my nose. Message from here. You are like an angel that came into my life to heal and nurture me. Yeah, that's correct. Even though we are so different, I feel so connected to you. That's how your person feels. This creature, these creatures in the background, they know. They already know. They've been knowing. I like sleeping next to you. Well, slash your pictures. Look, there you go. Me plus you equals power couple. Wow, so this is how real love feels like. Can't make it up. That's what's getting under the skin of these karmic energies. Look, your person stepped out of like the matrix of that situation, and this karmic energy is watching what you're doing, what they up to. Changing the beast within on their journey. Anyway, Divine Soul Tribers, I'm going to love you and leave you. That's all I've got for you this evening. So just be very mindful. Do your spirit baths, return to senders, or transmute that energy back into return it to the universe. Transmute it, turn it into a positive. You must be very powerful, and your connection must be very powerful for them to be going as far as they are. They're doing everything they possibly can. They're getting all their bases covered. So just make sure you do your spirit baths, your protection stuff. Do prayers. Pray for your person's protection and their safety, your safety. Okay? Because, yeah, they're busy at the moment. So, Divine Soul Tribers, until next time, stay divine.